Despite his latest big studio project being in a little bit of trouble, Sir Kenneth Branagh has brought his new indie to the London Film Festival. This is my review of Belfast. We follow the childhood of a young boy amidst the social tumult of the late 1960s in the Northern Ireland capital. Before I properly start with my review for Belfast, I want you to let me know your thoughts on it in the comments below. Whether you're excited, whether you've seen it, what are your favorite Kenneth Branagh directed films? Let me know all of that in the comments below. Start the conversation, it's always the most important part. And if you like what you see here, consider clicking that subscribe button so you do not miss any future conversation about your favorite movies and TV. I'm a huge Kenneth Branagh fan. I was very much looking forward to Belfast, and this is a semi-autobiographical film. This isn't necessarily specifically and precisely Kenneth Branagh's childhood, but you can feel Kenneth Branagh pour his heart and soul into every frame of this picture. This is a love letter to his hometown of Belfast, Ireland, where he vicariously tells his story and his perspective through the guise of this little kid played by June Hill, who is stellar in his debut performance. Everyone is great, from Jamie Dornan to Ciarán Hinds to Dame Judi Dench. The film has this constant naturalistic, earnest feel, and it features naturalistic performances, with a standout being Caitriona Balfe from Outlander fame. She plays the mom of this one kid, and it's tremendous. And the film is relevant due to his historical significance and due to the themes that it discusses. Yes, it's a love letter to the hometown of the director and writer of this film, but it's also an ode to childhood, to growing up in a beautiful coming-of-age story, talking about the ones who surround us as we grow up, the ones who mold us from the children we were into the adults we become. Every frame is a beautiful time capsule and a beautiful portrait of memories of growing up that are so relatable, are so beautiful, so funny, and again, so earnest. There's not a single shot, a single moment, a single beat in this story that to me felt fabricated, even though it is. The film just flows beautifully from one moment to the next, from a child going to school to a child having their first crush to missing their father, to going to the cinema with their entire family and that being the happiest moment that all of them are living in. At every second, it is one of the most heartwarming and relatable films I've seen all year, and yet it still features a dark background that puts a little bit of urgency into proceedings. And when I say a little, that brings me into the few issues I had with the film, because despite having this tumultuous background of Catholics versus Protestants, which was a real thing, and it starts off the film, it kicks off the story, and it's very well handled, I never felt like it added much urgency to the story itself. The story itself is capturing these beautiful moments of this kid's childhood as he grows up, and we experience the struggles of his middle-class family, the loss, the love, the music, the culture, but the conflict in the background is literally just background. It never feels like it adds too much urgency into the story, and the film also feels the need to have this one villain that never really felt like a threat. I don't mind that we had a bad guy per se, but if we're gonna have a bad guy, I would like to buy him as a threat. And since the characters never felt bothered by him, I myself never felt too bothered or threatened by him. I adored Kenneth Branagh's Belfast. It is more than a simple coming of age. It's an ode to our happiest memories of childhood, to growing up, and to families all around. I think it's one of the most beautiful films of the year, and certainly one that filled my heart. I'm giving Belfast a B+. And those are my thoughts on Kenneth Branagh's Belfast. But what are your thoughts on it? If you've seen it, if you're excited for it, anything and everything down there in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. I'll be back very soon with much more London Film Festival coverage like Come On, Come On, The Power of the Dog, Passing, and Knit Ram. There's a playlist right here for all the coverage so far in case you want to check it out, and I hope to see you very soon in any of those. So until the next one, love each other and love the movies.